My name is David Molian, and I'm the Director of the Business Growth and Development Programme at Cranfield, or BGP as we call it. We've been running BGP for over 20 years, and in that time, well over 1,100 owner-managers have worked with us to grow their sales and profits and to develop themselves as leaders. During that time, we've observed 10 key characteristics that distinguish fast-growth businesses from the rest. The high achievers make these the building blocks of their success. In this series of short videos, we feature each of these in turn, and past participants on BGP describe how focusing on these aspects have impacted on them and their businesses. Successful growth businesses recognise that they don't succeed just by getting bigger. It's not enough just to move to bigger premises, to employ more staff, or invest in more IT. The business also has to grow up and mature in exactly the same way as a child matures to become an adult. That means the style of leadership changes over time, as do the systems and processes. The real high performers go from being a big small business to become a small big business.
I think the business growing up has been quite interesting for us because at the beginning we started with 28 rooms. We've now got 60 and the whole feeling of the business has changed very much. And so before we could manage with 8 staff and it felt like a family team, now we have 25 staff and it's a very different operation. And in fact, coming on the BGP made me look at it again and realise that I was trying to cover the jobs of 3 people and 3 important jobs within the business on my own. And so we've restructured it and I now have 2 managers to take over a lot of what I was doing. And as a result, the job is being done better. It's cost me more money, and I think at first that change was a bit shocking for me as I realised how much I was planning to spend on management. But at the same time, I can see the benefits coming. We're making more money, we can afford to pay for it, and now we're in a good position to be able to grow in the future, which we weren't before.
But then when you push on again, and you say, as we did, we want to get to 40 courses in the next 4 years, then there was another setup of overhead that we had to go to in terms of systems. We've spent £350,000 on a business management system and booking system. And that's a big chunky sum, but that will see us through to 40 courses and beyond. So there was another setup where we had to invest to expand. But as you grow, those investments actually differentiate you from the competition. They give you a unique advantage, which actually takes you from a SME into a large business capability.
It's what you and your people do that will ultimately define the performance of the business. You need the right people in the right roles and focused on the right things. Of all the investments that you can make, investing in your people is probably the one that delivers the biggest long-term payoff. We have looked at the financial performance of a large number of businesses, and it's no coincidence that those that perform better seem to invest consistently more in the development of their people.
I think from the beginning, I started the company with really a handful of people, and now we're at 60 plus, sometimes going up to 100 with seasonality of work. And essentially, for the business to grow effectively, it cannot revolve around me. It has to be a management team. I cannot be an intrinsic part of the business for it to be a success. So it's really helping developing the management team really in terms of their part in the strategy, their ownership of that strategy, and then developing an implementation plan from there. And then also with their team, helping them work with their team to get the implementation plan happening. And that over the last 12 months had massive impact on the company. We've invested significantly, and this year, through actually what I've learned from the Business Growth Programme in terms of business controls, we've even made more profit than we expected.